Hello, everybody, and a really, really warm welcome. Thanks to all those for coming today. I know, obviously, we've been through a mare of an 18 months, and we now obviously have a petrol crisis as well. So for those that have actually made it, great. For those that didn't, we will be videoing everything today, and it will be going out on our YouTube channel afterwards, which you'll hear more about later. As you know, YouTube is the second largest platform in the world, so it's really important that we all engage with it. Just moving, as Jamie just said, there are actually three things, apart from death and taxes, that we all need to consider as part of our business strategy as we move forward, if nothing else. As Jamie said, the first is the climate crisis, which is impacting all our lives, and we all need to consider how we and our customers engage together in the future in a more environmentally sustainable way. The second is education. This is possibly the biggest elephant in the room that I have been working alongside Western College with for several years now, in actually how we transform our skills network in the workforce for a future that has already arrived. And Western College are here today to discuss more of that. And the final thing, as you all know, it's a topic that I'm absolutely obsessed with, is artificial intelligence. But actually, we should all be obsessed about artificial intelligence because it's in every walk of our life. But actually, I think, like the majority of us, we just follow like sheep, as we have with the petrol crisis, and if somebody says shout, everybody shouts. But actually what's going on underneath the surface is manipulating our behaviour in real time like never before. But bizarrely, unless you're a geek like me, people just don't seem to understand it. So algorithms, which is probably a term that you've heard around, is software enhancements that are set up to predict and support artificial intelligence. In macro and micro data, they are consuming huge amounts of data, and data silos or data warehouses, whatever you want to use, whichever term you want to use. And this data, which is being rallied by big organizations such as Amazon or Google or Facebook or Twitter, this is being used to support, I won't use the word manipulate, but to support us in our buying behaviors, in influencing us, in actually changing the way we do things in our everyday lives. But are we aware of it? Quite possibly not. So whether it's in recommending and helping banks to determine creditworthiness, or individuals and you're understanding your viewing habits, or creating personalized recommendations, artificial intelligence, not people, artificial intelligence is understanding you, possibly better than you understand yourself. And Visit Somerset is beginning that journey now in relation to our 850,000 users, just to start to create personas around all of those individuals so that we can target and we can work with those individuals in real time using personalization strategy. So, hi John, I know you like Brogue boots. Hey, there's a 25% discount if you buy today. That kind of thing. So suddenly the nuance of actually understanding what we like is there at your screen. But probably more often than not, you don't realize this, but actually that's what's going on. But as we know, there are massive consequences to this. Massive consequences, of which we are seeing now. Amazon has already made a statement recently at McKinsey's that we're seeing what was 5 years away in terms of technological adoption, because of the pandemic, has now been realised to 12 months. So what they would have forecast for 5 years is now 1 year in terms of technical adoption. Whether you know what that technical adoption actually incurs and how it manipulates you or works with you is one thing, but you are buying online more than you ever were before, you are booking online, you're booking accommodation online more than you ever were before, you're doing all of these things, and that goes along with massive transformations in the way that we operate as individuals. And whether it's Airbnb or whether it's Amazon, our industries and our economies are changing like never before. And there will be consequences. There will be redundancies. But the flip side of that is pundits and economists believe that artificial intelligence will actually generate more jobs than we lose jobs. So we need to get rid of that myth now. But for that to happen, we need to make sure that our education system can really, really engage and train those individuals for a future that has already arrived. So in terms of Visit Somerset, really briefly, I'm a chartered marketer by profession with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, and I get really frustrated because the authorities keep saying, I'll put the finger in the wind, hey, here's a grant, let's do this. Or, okay, why don't we have a go at that? Or, how about this? And every year, hundreds of thousands of pounds is poured down the drain, in my professional estimation, because we don't know one thing, and that is the customer. Market research has been done for the Great Southwest, and we've all paid into the market research. It comes up with great statistics. What do we do with those statistics? Not a lot. How do we reshape our business in accordance with our customers' needs whilst maintaining a profit, which is the basis of all marketing? Well, I would say 99% of those things that I've witnessed, we just don't. We continually think that we are the experts, we know what's right, and therefore we carry on doing it. I'm Rishi Sunak, and what I've done is I've put multi-billions of pounds into the economy in the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. Whilst on the other hand, the other part of the government has actually said, tell you what, Amazon, we're going to give you 14.5% of market share in Deliveroo. So on the one hand, you're giving, and on the other hand, you're taking people away from the high street. We have a high street recovery plan when in the first quarter of 2020, Amazon generated a world record-breaking, eye-watering $80 billion of turnover in the first quarter of 2020. Yet, the government still seems to think we need to have a high street recovery fund. What this says to me is something that I really thrive on, which is common sense. That actually, what we're not doing is we are still thinking about the past, and we're not thinking about the way the consumer is actually driving our economy. And there are some really scary things, I believe, that are going to happen unless we re-educate ourselves, get ourselves ready for a future that has already started. So for us at Visit Somerset, it's all about the consumer. You'll hear from Nicholas in a minute, who's in Berlin as we speak, just ready to come online. But Nicholas is an expert in artificial intelligence and bot technology. And we started working with him to start reshaping and reorientating our business to one that is more consumer-focused. So we are creating a big data silo with our 850,000 unique users. That's a whopping great number, yeah? So we're starting to get to know those individuals, and we're starting to personalize. We're starting to engage with them in real time and answer questions in real time. And then in the near future, the next 12 months, we're looking at automating our booking for accommodation and experiences, e-commerce, which you'll hear about later, chatbots, which, again, Nicholas will talk to you about in terms of where we are on that road now, artificial intelligence, which will really be the kind of the building blocks that will bring it all together, programmatic marketing, which to those of you that don't know what that means, it's really targeted emails at you that hit your inbox with something that you might like. So for me, Brogue Boots, hey John, how about this, 20% off? Yeah, it's that very targeted, very specific marketing because the bot knows what you like. So therefore, it will send you information to you specifically, not randomly to thousands of people. Digital optimization, yeah, that's a big word in the marketing world. Effectively, what that means is we're transforming our platform into one that starts to make money. So it's not two-dimensional, it becomes three-dimensional. And we're on that road now, and we're actually generating income for businesses now, which is a phenomenal move forward. It never happened before in my 7 years. It's beginning to happen now. And then finally, membership automation. So all of our 2,000 members will be able to go into their back end of the site and their pages, and they'll be able to update them in real time along with CRM system with Sheep CRM, who will talk to you later, connected. You pay for your membership. You can then have immediate access to the back end of your pages on the site, and you can update them in real time. And by the way, Chris came up with a great idea. Why don't we email everybody in the membership every month and say, hey, you haven't updated your pages this month. Why not? So what we're doing is we're helping you to understand that you have a massive extension to your marketing strategy right here at Visit Somerset. However, we need your help as much as you need ours to support that. So that's really where we are going now. And I'm obviously more than delighted afterwards to talk to you about this and the way we're taking it forward. And hopefully through the video today, we'll be reaching a lot more of our members. So these are all the businesses we're working with. This is what we're doing. This is Visit Somerset. This is the Visit Somerset cloud, yeah? We talk about cloud. We are basically, all our services are going into the cloud now. We are creating a platform economy for Somerset that's based on community, charity, and supporting each other, not based on shareholders and not respecting the environment. Those are the key things. Everything that Amazon does, everything that Mark Zuckerberg does, we can do. But we can do it in a more ethical way. But we can't do it unless we have your support. So I really urge all of you. You know, I'm having to make a massive sacrifice next year in doing my MSc. But hey, I could have another 20 years of career. And I want to make sure that I'm right at the top of my game. You all need to do that. Or dare I say it, that word redundancy might be coming sooner rather than later. And we all need to be relevant for the future that has already arrived. Finally, we talk about cyborgs, we talk about artificial intelligence. It ain't a future thing. It's here, it's now, it's working with you. It's probably buzzing away in your back pocket now through your mobile phone, giving you messages, giving you updates in real time. But with that, I'm delighted to say that not only are we working with Western College, which has been a huge privilege for years now, but we're expanding that now and expanding our knowledge resource. And we're also going to be starting work with the University of Bath, as to which we will bring science students and economics students and marketing students into our strategy. So they will support in real time Visit Somerset as it moves forward, which is a huge move forward for us. And we've got the likes of Dr. Rashid, who I met the other day, who is bizarrely a doctor of artificial intelligence. God, wouldn't I love to have that title? Maybe 10 years' time. But hey, that's what he does, and we've got a great relationship developing now and how we can work together. But all of these things are right at our fingertips now. And that's just a huge bonus for everybody here. But again, you've got to wake up and you've got to realise what's actually happening and think primarily about your customer. Thank you very much.